All right, we're live. Okay. So I have first off, thank you for watching. You are not to be all coach speak right off the bat, but you are getting better by watching this, and at least if watching it intentionally. Watching film is in my experience, one of the most underrated ways to improve yourself at frisbee because I know it doesn't feel like it in the moment, but just like imbibing more of the game and getting a better understanding of how these things work, going through the mental process, putting yourselves in the shoes of the guys you're watching and trying to figure out why they made the decisions they did and if those decisions were good. And if they are not the decision you would have made, but it was good anyways, challenging yourself to figure out why you were thinking so differently and how that guy who you're watching did so much better on whatever. Okay. This is Texas versus Purdue from Florida warm-up that happened, I think, 2 weeks ago, something like that. I could be totally wrong, but whatever. So Texas, I'm sure you guys know, we played them. We played a smattering of them at the Texas State tournament last year, Rat River. They were very good, and that was only, I think, half of the actual team. We took them to, I think we beat them by 2-1, something like that. It was very close. We were playing all of our guys. They were playing half of theirs. They're really fucking good. They've been really good for a while. Purdue, I can't really speak to them as much. I assume they're good. They're playing Texas. They don't have a number next to their thing. Whatever. You guys can probably tell by now that I have not watched this game. And that is because my life is very busy. And I apologize because I think in future film reviews, I will try to watch the game before so I can have a better understanding of how to teach you guys it the best. But I figured it's still really good if I am going through the game as I'm watching and telling you what I'm seeing, outlining why certain plays work, why certain guys are messing up, and I'll point out things that I think you guys should notice as you're playing, etc., etc. Just to throw it out there, if I get a text from somebody and I start checking it, you know how to fast forward. I will not be editing this because I love you guys. I don't care enough about that. If you're watching this, you're in it for the long haul, and I trust you to know how to press this button right here to skip. So, because I'm going to be doing that a lot in this, because this shit is an hour and 20 minutes and I'm not watching all that. I'll be skipping through all those silly replays. Okay. Without further ado, let me get my handy dandy. I have a cool thing for drawing. It's awesome. Hang on. I want it. See? Wow. I downloaded this just for you guys. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Opening point. I watched this one. So, I have a decent understanding of how to tell you guys what's going on. Real quick off the bat. Not to get too nitty gritty right off the gate. However, our boy here on Purdue has only just caught the disc, and there are already 2 Texas guys covering his first 2 options. Hang on, let me do a different color for his first 2 options because I can do that and I'm cool. So his first 2 options are, well, he already had the centering pass here. So this is the first option. And because these Texas guys hustled down already, those are already cut off. That's the type of hustle that makes it so just like way easier from a defensive standpoint to get your defense set and not get just your shit rocked right off the gate. I know that like we have lowered numbers. It'll be a little hard to summon that much energy for every single point, but I should emphasize to you guys that this kind of hustle getting down there catches teams off guard a lot of the time. And that makes it so that they are immediately just off balance as an offense, which leads to bad throws, which leads to bad catch attempts, which leads to turns, and that leads to scores for us. You don't need me to tell you that part. All right, continue watching through everything. Okay, first turn. What happens here? This guy he was covering this guy for a second, But he really wants to flash over here to take away this backhand side over here. I have a pencil. I should be using the pencil. I apologize in advance for how annoying my Control Z is going to sound. So this guy on Texas is trying to prevent... Oh, I missed him completely. There we go. This guy. He's trying to take away the pink area. This is the area of the field that the Texas defenders upfield are not ready to cover because they're expecting this guy to have a good mark. So he's giving up this guy right here so he can take care of that area. And that leads to a very well... You can't see the back, which is a bummer. If this was drone footage, I could show you guys how good this cut timing is. But this guy's open by 5 yards. This guy hits him on the under. That's exactly how a vert stack should work. This is a nice solid 15, 20 yards right off the bat. This guy's cut timing is great too. He cuts a little bit close to him to make this a great deep cut. But you see as soon as this guy's head is turning up, this guy's foot is in the ground. He started making his cut half a second ago, and now he has his guy beat deep. If this guy wants it and is confident in his throw, he can make this throw. And he's open. He probably should throw it, but he doesn't. And there's also nothing wrong with passing up a deep shot. Maybe this guy doesn't have the deep hook that he wants to hit this, but whatever. This guy also makes a good cut. We're kind of in this weird hodgepodge fast break offense right now where the fundamentals of the vert stack aren't quite so essential because you're trying to catch the defense on their back foot and gain yardage. But this guy, fantastic cut. He's open by 10 yards. And this guy hesitates for no reason. This guy, you could not ask for a more open receiver coming wide open. Like, technically, I guess, this guy could be cutting more toward the thrower instead of horizontal. We've talked a lot about how horizontal cuts are not what you want to do, but they're okay in this scenario where this guy's so open. But because his thrower hesitates and then throws it, that throws off the timing. This guy's not ready. The throw comes out way angled high. The defender has time to catch up because he hesitated to throw it. This guy, I guess he should have caught it. That's a terrible throw for how short it was. And it's a turn. Like, it's like the small fundamentals are what are going to fuck you up really bad sometimes. That was a fantastic... If that guy had just hit him when he was wide open, then Purdue is talking about just a beautiful start to the game. Just a nice four-side hit through the flick up, one more, and we're already close enough to, like, understandably get into an end zone offense. But, unfortunately, now Texas has the disc and a chance to break. And now we have to communicate to make sure everybody's taken care of. And I say this because nobody covered that guy. And he's tall and caught it, so good for him. Not a lot to say about that possession. That's just a very sad way for what could have been a very clean, good possession to end. But Texas is Texas. They are really good at Frisbee. And if you mess up when you play them, they're going to take advantage of it, especially when you mess up on the super fucking easy shit. So don't do that. Okay. This is... Oh, man. What the fuck are they doing? Sorry. Again, I didn't watch this yet, so this is going to be a little bit of a slower paced film recording. And I will definitely not go through the whole game. I might skip to the end. But right here... God damn it, I missed the part I was trying to skip to. Unless that was the plan. Okay. Purdue is in a vert stack like we typically run. We will probably run some host stack like we were going over in film tonight if you were there. Just because it's kind of rare that you can go a full tournament without trying at least 1 or 2 points of that when teams throw a zone at you. But, so right here, they're doing a set play or a pole play, which is just, I mean, you guys have heard the term. It's when you have a plan immediately after catching this to get some semblance of big yardage. Right here, it looks like they're trying to go to the one right in the stack right away, but this guy thinks it's going to him, which is bad. Now we have 2 guys in the same area This guy by himself can cover both of those guys. And that is the worst situation you can be in as an offense. Don't do that. We've been harping on this a lot in practice lately. When you see someone cutting to a space in front of you, don't go to the same space while they're in that space. If you see someone, if we say cuts are from the front, like they just were in this, and you are at the 2 and you see the one cutting, you don't cut to the same spot because you are wasting your time and your cutter's time and your handler's time, everybody's time. The whole offense is thrown off by this. This isn't horrible because this guy recovers well. But anyways, I'm going to start being a little less nitpicky. Good catch. Because if I keep nitpicking everything, this is going to be so long. Okay. Real quick. I know I'm not going over everything, but I want to bring these up when I see them. This guy right here, good cut, got open, good catch. Looking at field. This guy seems like he's a cutter. He's probably not the most comfortable in the world with the disc in his hands. However, just because he's a cutter doesn't mean he's afraid to look up field to try to find some options. However, you can see we have a defender here. We have a defender here with eyes on the disc. This lane right here that he's trying to throw it to, probably not very open. Thus, he calmly resets. He finds his off handle. His off handle, everybody is cleared out. It's just a one-on-one here. So he is locking in on this off handle. Hits it around. Nice. Throws it out to space. That is beautiful. Good job. Also, very quick, I'm not going to rewind it, but these handlers, these high-level handlers, I want you guys to think about how much they pump fake, how much they're moving their feet, how much they're moving their hips, how much they're moving the disc, how much they're moving their head, trying to get their mark to flinch, to try to bite on something so that they can get them right after. A lot of you guys, I've brought this up with a couple of you, but there are some of you guys who, when you catch a disc, you do a good job of listening to what Reed and myself and Thomas and Oakley and whatever and Gavin are trying to tell you, which is that we need you to look up field because you have the throws to make the throws up field. However, some of you guys, when you catch it, which, like, it's fair, it's totally fine. You guys aren't the most comfortable with it, but you kind of just stand there, and that's all you're doing. You don't do anything to move your mark. Moving your mark is what makes it easier to throw. Giving your mark a pump fake, pivoting a couple times, moving your hips, moving the disc, doing something just to make it so that your mark doesn't just stand there going, stall 1, stall 2. He doesn't have to think. He's turned his brain off. He knows he's in the perfect spot, and you aren't going to move him. So all this pump faking, even if that didn't get this guy the throw he wanted upfield, it's still making his defender realize he can't relax on the mark. It sucks. I'm sure you guys know that, like, when you're matched up on a guy who's he's not a good thrower and he catches the disc, you will automatically go, oh, I can kind of chill. If I give a halfway decent mark, this guy's not going to do anything. He's probably going to dump, and then I'm fine. I can relax for these 5 to 10 seconds. If you are an active handler guy or just anybody holding the disc in your hands, you are making it so that even if your defender can take a small break physically, he can't take a break mentally, and that's almost just as exhausting. This is a very messy offense right now. They've got a lot of cuts going in the same spot. Okay, this is better. Nice little foul there. Uncalled. Good identifying. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, didn't lead him. I don't really like that throw. That was to a weird spot. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it looks like there was a pick, yeah. When there's a pick, you can catch up to the guy you were guarding. They got moving too quickly. Violation. Hurry up! Okay, well, whoops, my bad. Spoilers. Okay, hang on. Point. I literally just talked about this. Look at this move the guy gives his mark before he lets this go. He probably already knows he wants to throw this huck. However, this guy's close enough to a flat mark right now that this is going to be a kind of difficult throw for him to get off perfectly. He gives this, wah! It makes that, you saw that jump. That guy didn't even like get close to like doing a full step out backhand. He gave a wah! And that moved the mark to the right, made this flick way easier, and his guy read it like, oh my god, I would be so mad. That's a great throw. And that guy just thought he was fucking Wemby out there. Ridiculous. What is happening? I'm skipping too much. I'm very sorry. Was there a foul? Looks like there was a foul. Okay. Again, the classic. You look upfield, you don't find it, you lock it on your handle, off handle, you throw them out to space, boom, we reset the offense. One thing I want you guys to look at that I'm seeing right now is that Purdue's offense is just really discombobulated. There are too many people moving at once, and it's leading to them just being super messy in general. It's bad. Can't do that. This is why we've had 2 Huck turnovers. And that one on the first point, that was embarrassing, where he pump faked a guy who was open by 20 yards. Again, against teams like Texas or worse teams that just have good fundamentals, you are going to get punished for that kind of play every time if you're not on top of your shit. Good effort. Keep taking the open man. This is easy. Good shit. This is very nice and clean offense. All the cut timing is great. They kind of need to clean things up. It's a little messy right now. But nice. This is a great end zone offense. Swing, swing, swing. That was a very risky throw, but it worked. He threw him out into space. Your guy's going to have the advantage if you throw him out into the space that his defender's giving him. Some kind of foul. I'm not sure what. This is beautiful. They're just going side to side on end zone. This is great. Yeah. I mean, so one thing I want to point, I'm not going to rewind it, but one thing I want to point out from that end zone possession that I'm sure you guys noticed is that all Texas was doing was they were going side to side, throwing their guys out into space. Their defender, they had one shot at it because the guy floated his disc a little bit too much on that one where they both bid for it. But when you're in end zone, all you're looking for is to keep going side to side, taking your time, chilling, making good 99% throws until you find that one opportunity where you can hit a 95% or better throw to an open guy, and boom, you scored. Now they're up by 2 bricks. This is fantastic for Texas. But they did it because their offense was really patient. Their guys were taking their time with their cuts. They were taking their turns with their cuts, and their handlers were making good decisions. And now this guy is very sad on Purdue, as he should be. All right. Cheeky. Good shit. This is great. Throwing guys out into open space. Again. Oh my gosh. He's open, but these 2 guys were cutting at the same time. You can't do that. They got very lucky that this guy at the back peeled off because they could have both cut to the same spot, and that would have risked one guy on Texas being able to cover both of them. Yep. This is good. They're like, when they realize the spots, oh my god. Oh, I was complimenting them. They're realizing that when their upfielded look isn't there, they're resetting to their off handle and then moving on. You can always find a better opportunity when you reset. Like they're doing now. You can reset deep in the end zone, that's fine. It's better to keep the disc than to make a stupid throw that's very unlikely to work. Oh boy. Bad throws. Can't do them. This guy 45's this is a great idea. Like the offense, there wasn't really a good shot to take, so you let everybody chill, you reset, you have 10 seconds to throw the disc. There's no need to freak out. Oh, he should have. Okay. Ooh, oh yeah, ball distal line. That was stupid. 45 should have reset to his off handle. He decided to throw some bullshit up. Granted, it was well-placed bullshit, and I'll probably be doing the same bullshit with my scoobers this weekend, but I'm not going to be passing up an open off handle for that kind of scoober. Like, his guy should have caught it, but give me a break. Good defense on the off handle. Oh, nice. That was 45 made up for it. That was great defense. That's a tough throw to make. Real quick to rewind because I'm sure it would help. This guy has two options right here as the handler. He's working with his off handle. His off handle is doing this. He's cutting out into the wide open space down here that the off handle defender is giving him. This guy has two options. He can either hit the around, which is lose yards, but throw way out into space, have your guy run under it, nice and easy. You're going to lose yards, but you gain position in the middle, which is good. Or you can hit this inside flick, which is a much tighter window because you have to throw it faster, and it's just like a direct line. If you can throw this perfectly, it's fantastic. I hit a throw like this in practice the other day, and it worked great because we scored right after. But if you don't hit this, if you don't throw this perfectly, then you get what happens, which is he threw this on a line, and his guy did not take quite the right angle, and boom, all of a sudden, turnover. They're really close to the end zone. I don't know what this offense is. This is a weird vert. I think we're now in regular end zone. Yeah. Easy. Boom. Way to take advantage of fast break and some miscommunication. Good shit. Not a lot to say about that one. You get two good throws in a row, you will likely score. This guy makes a great throw to this guy right here who's cutting an open space because this guy's being lax. And this guy goes too hard on that, and it's a great 7 cut by the off handle. Good shit. They needed that really bad too. For as high level as both these teams are, this has kind of been sloppy, I'll be honest. Damn, what a throw. Okay, right as I say that. Good shit. Wow. Oh, get out of here with the fucking Frisbee celebrations. Ooh. What is this defense? This is like... Man, that man defense was so good it almost looked like zone. That was crazy. Great around. Good shit. These, man, nice breaks. So right there, Purdue just went all the way down the field because... Oh, that's tough. Purdue went all the way down the field because they just hit break side, break side, break side because you're, as the upfield defender, you're not... Wow, what a play. You're not expecting to have to guard that side. But when you have a good throw, a good handler, and you keep breaking them, makes your offense nice and easy. Ooh, good throw. Now don't lose your head, dude. Good. You made the right decision. Good shit. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I want to get to the parts where they're like tired. Great defense. Wow. We're just going to chill in here. I want to get through this game, but I ain't going to do all the points. There's no need for that. You guys don't have time. If you're still watching this far in, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm sorry for rambling so much. I hope it's been interesting. Hurry up! I don't care that I have a fast forward button. Real quick. This is to all of our guys who like to play more physically. Jamil, not to call you out. This is specifically for you. I'm thinking of you with this one. This guy right here, this guy, has a great play on this guy coming right in here. He is very well set up to take this away. Boom. This guy could potentially be able to bid around and get this disc. However, if he did, it would likely mean he'd go through the guy and just destroy his back right there. So if by doing that, it's not only a foul, you could also possibly hurt the guy, and you could also possibly, by doing that play, which is inherently dangerous, have the entire other team really mad at you, which is never fun. So he kind of pulls up at the last second. He makes a play on the disc that probably means he won't get it, but he does enough to the point where this guy really has to concentrate to get that. And that is the type of defense that works without getting people hurt and without even making there be an opportunity for someone to get hurt, which is really important. When I was first starting, I had a couple dumb plays where I was like, I'm an athlete, I'm fast, I can jump high, I'm going to make a play on every single disc I can, which, like, in and of itself, that's a really good mentality. That means you're playing really hard and trying really hard and putting a lot of effort in, which is great. However, that can also lead to what happened to me a couple times where I made stupid plays and I jumped in places where I shouldn't, and either you or the guy you're guarding can, like, get your legs taken out from under you and you land weird. I had a play in league one time where it happened to me, so it wasn't my fault, but I went up for a disc. The guy who's guarding me also went up for the disc. He probably shouldn't have because I had position on it, and there was no way he was going to make a play on it. But he went up anyways, and he swiped out my legs from under me by accident, and I went, bam! I was fine, thankfully, but I got the wind knocked out of me and made everyone think I got a concussion, which I didn't, thankfully. But that's the kind of stuff where you get concussions. Guys making stupid plays when they think they can make a play that they really just don't have a shot at. Don't do that. Good job, this guy. Oh my God. Nice throw. Wow. Good shit. Not a lot to say about that. Texas got bailed out by number 4, having good hops. This is a host stack with 3 handlers back. It's kind of hard to see because the camera's not pointing upfield, but this is what we talked about earlier, where there's four cutters planted horizontally across the field and 3 handlers back. It's a very chemistry-based offense that needs a lot of communication. Oh, these guys are setting it very deep. It looks like, man, this is really clustered. Don't like what Purdue's doing. Okay, so now they've kind of settled back into a vert stack end zone offense a little. It's still really hoey. Horrible mark by 34 there. That was easy. Ah, there's a foul. Of course there was, there always is. Okay, good. I'm glad we didn't talk about that for 30 seconds. Good effort by that guy. Bad marks, man. They're getting broken every time. Don't give up that backhand. These flicks are fine, but your upfield defender is expecting you to take away the backhand. You got to take away the backhand. Oh, man, that is rough. Good effort. Oh, yeah, I understand. He's probably got the wind knocked out of him. Ow. Poor guy. Real quick. Well, bad throw. Real quick, I want to point out what This guy does, I think. I think it's him. Yeah, okay. So this guy right here, he knows that he needs to take away this side of the field with his mark. However, he knows that the thrower, his first look is going to be his off handle, cutting across, striking across. You've seen Oakley and Thomas do this a fuck ton during practice. They dish and then immediately just book it because this guy, his off handle, is going to have a hard time keeping up on that line. So to prevent that, this mark right here is going to flash over this way so that it makes this throw on the strike really hard. And then the second that he flashes, he cuts right back across so he can get back to taking away this side of the field. This is a very good play. This is what smart defenders do a lot of the time. He flashes. So now this strike right here, not available. There's nobody cutting to this side, which, to be fair, this guy doesn't know. But there's nobody cutting to this side, so this is risk-free. All he's doing is making sure that this guy here has help on the strike, which would have been open. And now, boom, all the way back, taking away that backhand. And that makes this throw hard, and that's what messes it up. Good stuff, 4. Whoa. Good throw. Wow. That was very impressive. Damn. Good shit. Hang on. We're going to watch that again. That was pretty. So what this guy totally should have done is hit the around right here to recenter it. And he's kind of running out of time. This guy's defender is being a little lazy. This is crazy, though. Like, he totally should have hit him here. But hey, if it works, good shit. That was easy. If anybody does that, the only person who Reed might not yell about that is Oakley. And that's because Oakley is a professional player. Shout out you. Good fucking throw, though. Good shit by Texas. This is very nice. Wow. Oh. So that was a... What the... Oh. That was a stupid end to an otherwise excellent point. Purdue got... They got because they were a little too aggressive and didn't play the fundamentals properly, so their guys got lost. This guy's lazy, therefore this guy's open, therefore this guy's open, therefore he's still being lazy, therefore this guy's open. Whoever the switches were bad, this guy was supposed to switch with somebody. This is a stupid throw to end on. That guy, he got, unfortunately, the wrong end of the stick with trying to play it so he didn't hurt someone when he could have made a play that was safe, but oh well. Oh my gosh. Did you guys know there's advertising money in Frisbee? There's not a lot, I'll be honest. Was that halftime? I guess that was halftime. We get it. Jesus Christ, how many? You forget that these are 15 minutes long, or however long halftime is supposed to be. So, despite Texas being up 7-4 at halftime, which is a very commanding lead, they have not played all that cleanly. I know we skipped a couple points, but like the breaks Texas has gotten, Purdue has had multiple turns on those points. It's not like they turned it once and then Texas was just super clean and scored right away and that was it. There have been multiple. Like, you are going to get broken if you have multiple turns in a single point. That's crazy. Good throw. Oh, you got a bid for that as a Callahan. Oh, man. Good lefty. I got to start doing that. Bro, 10 is... I would be so mad guarding 10. Holy shit. Oh, that's rough. Guys luck number 10 are tough because they just never stop running and they're really fucking good frisbee players anyways. So not only do you have to think really hard to beat them, they also just never let you take a break. Like, that's just like, this guy, look at, oh, that might have been a travel. That was definitely a travel. But, like, he just never stops moving. And then, like, that guy could have called a pick there, I guess. But, unfortunate situation. How the hell did he get so open? Yeah, man, take that deep shot. He's giving it to you. Good catch. Sometimes that's all there is to it. Oh my god, they're already down here. This is just taking the open guy. These guys are all open by 5, 10, 15 yards. This is super easy. Wow. That was a terrible throw at the end, but that was... Like, what kind of defense was Purdue even in? Was that a zone? This is man. Gets toasted. I don't know where this guy's defender was. Gets toasted. Gets toasted. That guy was trying to help because this other guy got toasted. Wide open. Don't get toasted. Ooh, a little risky there. What the fuck happened to that guy? Oh, no, that's so sad. Oh, he... Hang on. What the fuck happened to this mark? I'm dying. Feel very bad for this guy that this is on film. Like, good effort. Okay. Oh, man, that's so sad. That's so sad. Oh, man. Oh, man, good effort. Oh, man. Oh, he called strip. Looks like a no contest. Good effort, though. That's... Hope I can do that this weekend. Good D. Good shit. They're forcing backhands here. I heard someone yell. Oh, great throw. Got beat to the backhand side. Your mark is giving that up. You can't get beat over there. Don't get toasted. Don't get toasted. Oh, come on, guys. You can't get this lost. What even happened? Oh, that's so embarrassing. What are we doing, dude? Oh, my God. Okay, this is ridiculous. Where's that guy? This guy, right here. He gets caught looking at the disc for too long. He gets his ass just destroyed. This is embarrassing. And that guy recognizes. This guy not only... So he's disc watching too much. Bad idea. You should probably, for the most part, you should always have your guy in your periphery to the point that if he makes a move, you can catch up with him right away. This guy's disc watching to the point where this guy has a super easy beat on him deep, and he reacts slow, and he goes, "Help! I need your help! Please save my ass!" That guy doesn't recognize fast enough. What are we doing? That's all your fault, dog. Don't do that. Don't make me say it. You know what I was going to say. I shouldn't fast forward that much. Take the open man. Nothing ever wrong with going 5 yards forward or 5 yards back so that you can reset a stall count. It is always nicer to have low stall counts. It sets up for good offense. Oh, bad decision. That was, I don't know about that one. Good play by that guy. Nice little push off. Whoa. Way to get back on the mark. Oh. All that work just to get broken. Come on, man. Now he's tired. I'm so hyped to play Frisbee. Oh my gosh. Good switch. Good punish on the switch. And good throw. The Steve Nash jersey is kind of tough, I'll be honest. Easy. Again, Purdue's is making stupid decisions. That was a really bad idea for Huck. He did not need to force it there. They had done a great job that whole point. Oh, no. Oh, man. They had done a great job that whole point of working it down methodically and with really high percentage throws. And now and one bad decision, and Texas scored in 4 throws. That's a tight line. 10's really fucking good, clearly, but he also has an arm brace on. I don't think I want him bidding. This is really messy. Okay, so let me real quick. We talked about this a little bit earlier. So this close to the sideline, you're looking for your one throw upfield. This guy right here poaches off. That's fine. Then we just have too many people. We have 2 guys moving to the same spot at once when the one guy's already there. Bad idea. This whole stack is fucked. It's awful. So the handler correctly goes to his off handle. What are his options? His off handle's options are throw me out to space over here where it's nice and open, or I strike, you hit me here. Hang on, let me not have everything here. I'll do it in different colors. So you can hit me over here, or I'll run out into it. You lead me there. My defender won't have a shot. Or you can let me strike and hit me here on a short one, and we'll just get a nice reset in the stall count. But this only works if I beat my guy. And by extension, when I strike there, this guy should fill. So that way you can hit the yellow around, but to this guy instead. It's nice and open. This guy's probably not going to care too much if he hits this, because you want the offense to go backwards. That gives them more. You have to take more time to make up the ground they just lost. However, so this guy strikes. Good job. This guy's expecting to make that cut, but he sees this. What the fuck is this guy doing? This guy is cutting on a weird rounded angle to fill this space over here, but now he's going to make a strike, which is fine. He's open. But this guy also went into the strike space. This is just like, it worked in the end. Sometimes Frisbee is bullshit. That was a really bad set of offense to get to the same point you could have in 2 steps. It took them like 6. You could have just had that in 2. Nice, good strike. That was the same result in a much easier circumstance. And good shit. They scored. Boom. Much easier. That's a really funny turnaround from me bashing the shit out of them to where that ended. Please have the replay with the bullshit offense. Yeah, this is just like, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys all in one tiny area of the field. It's just, that's too clogged. We do not want to be there. Because this guy's man almost made a play on that disc. You can't cut to the same area as that. And then boom, this guy cuts. He plays too aggressively to the outside, gives up the strike. Strike's super easy. This guy was poaching off, couldn't find it, or couldn't make the play. Easy backhand. It floated to their advantage there. Long guy wasn't long enough. Good shit. Purdue is very clearly running out of time to make a decent comeback, but, maybe they'll do something fun. catch. Oh, good effort. That's a tough one. Not a bad throw. When you're up by this much, you can take those kinds of shots. However, boring frisbee scores a lot of points. Also, never mind, that was a bad idea. Well, all I'm trying to say is the only way Purdue gets back is by getting 4 breaks in a row right now, which incentivizes Texas to play way safer. If they just hold the disc for these last 12 minutes, they win. But nice, wow, nice scoober. That was pretty. I like the scoober break a lot. It's one of my favorites that I've gotten a little better at recently. And yeah, if you're Purdue, you got to start hucking the shit out of it. Tough. We had a situation in practice similar to this the other day. Number 5 is going to start his cut a little bit too soon before the disc is fully tapped in. He's starting right here. Ideally, he would be getting thrown into this space, like right here. But the disc already has to be tapped in for that to work. However, he doesn't freak out. He just finishes his cut and let this guy take the space. That cut ended up working. Even if the guy didn't get the disc, he ended up clearing the space necessary for his teammate to make the play, which is most of what frisbee is. And that is a wide open, not quite score. It was a stupid throw. It worked, but the disrespectful frisbee celebrations are just so... They're so corny to me. You're playing frisbee, dog. What are we doing? I take this shit too seriously, and even I think that's stupid. The very discombobulated. I wouldn't say discombobulated. This is a host stack, though. There's 3 handlers back. Just the upfield cutters are not doing a great job of getting open. That's all. Great throw. Wow. Good pump fake. I got on that. Nice placement, man. The upfield cutters are, to this point, had not been helping. And then now they finally did. Good shit. Nice play. Texas is playing kind of poachy, especially this 88 guy. He's being very lazy. He's mostly disc watching. He's kind of lucky he hasn't gotten his ass toasted. Whew, nice placement. Wow. Nope. Not poachy enough. Good shit. Alright, it's probably the last couple points here. Shout out to Purdue for not just like dying sadly. They're going out with a good push. Damn, I've been recording for 50 minutes. What the fuck am I doing? You guys are not going to watch all this. I'm going to turn off my recording. It's going to, like, turn out that, like, whatever, for some fuck-ass reason my microphone wasn't on the whole time. That'd be really funny. Oh, hell yeah. There is, like, I love seeing a team that just, like, they just don't have time for a comeback, and I still see guys back-to-back bidding to try to get a D. That shit's awesome. It's the type of competitiveness you should play every Frisbee game with. Yeah, it's tough. If you're Purdue, you got to start throwing up shit like that. You're running out of time. And if you want to have any kind of shot at a comeback, you got to do some crazy shit and just get lucky. What a throw. What a throw. Oh my god. That was pretty. All right. I think I will call it there. But I don't know if that was helpful at all. I hope it was. That was a lot of me rambling and reacting to shit that I probably should have watched beforehand, but who cares? Whatever. If you somehow made it through all this, shout out to you because you are a lot better for it. Even if the shit I said isn't all that helpful, actually, like, just like bluntly, you were still consuming Frisbee and trying to understand it at a higher level for 50 minutes. And for that, I am proud of you. I hope you watch this on 2x speed or whatever. I had a great time. I'll probably do more of these. But yeah, good shit. I'm going to go to bed here soon. I got a 4.5 hour drive tomorrow. But yeah. Kind of going forward. Sorry, I'm just rambling. You should probably close the video by now. I'm just whatever. I'm talking to myself. But going forward, I will probably go into each film analysis with more of a eye for specifics. Like, I think in retrospect, it probably would have been smart for me to emphasize marks because I think we need to hone in on that a little bit more as a team. And on cut timing, this video was a little tough because I couldn't really see the cutters a lot of the time. But high-level teams, no matter who, they always have good marks and they always have very good timing from their cuts. Not negotiable. If we want to get to the level I know we can get to, we need to have those two things locked down. No exceptions. I'm really fucking hyped for this tournament this weekend. I hope we do great. I know we're going to do great. I'm going to be trying my fucking hardest out there. I hope you guys do too. And peace. Go Eagles. Go!